This is where I always get in trouble because I have this script and I'm supposed to stick to it so I don't mess it up. And then I see all of you and I see the kids and I just get so excited about what we're doing in the city of St. Paul for all of our children here and really making a fundamental difference. And I look at all of our community partners, our funders, our community-based organizations, the people that have been providing us with great data to help us understand what are all the things that we need to do. It is really remarkable. And this is, I think, going to be a national model, certainly for the state of Minnesota. What we're doing in the city of St. Paul is really good. It's unique for us. It is about time. It's really easy. See, this is where I get excited. This is why I got to do these things. Because you go up to the Capitol, it's really easy to get depressed. And you can just sit there and you can focus in on the discussion up there. But then you come to Dayton's Bluff Rec Center. You come to the YWCA. You go to the Y this morning where I was at 6 o'clock in the morning. And but you see those kids coming in there and you say, you know what? We're providing the future for our children. And that's what it's all about. And so thank you all that have been a part of the official launch of Sprockets St. Paul Out of School Time Network. Let's all give ourselves a round of applause. Even though we're kind of officially launching this new thing, it is not new in the sense of that we've kind of just been sitting around not doing anything for a long time. I like to think that everything began when I took office. I know that there were a few things that were happening even before that there were actually some people out there like Nan who were working so hard to figure out what are the things that we can do for our children. But it has been an intense focus of my administration for the last 5+ years. It has been, not a secret that my number one priority is education. It is everything to us. It is about making sure that our cities are safe, that we have a strong economy, that all of our children are successful. It's my crime fighting strategy, my economic development strategy, my neighborhood revitalization strategy. If we are educating our children, if we are giving them the resources that they need to be successful in the 21st century, then we as adults, we as community leaders will have done our job. Without it, we will have failed. And there's no other way to think about it other than that. But today is a really significant step forward. It is a culmination of a lot of efforts. It is a community-driven process. I would like to say that it was just us, a few of us sitting around the mayor's office, but it is about all of you and all the work that you have done. Even the name Sprockets. Kid tested, kid approved. So for all of us adults that are sitting there going, Sprockets, Sprockets, I know some of us can't help but kind of do a little Dieter's Dance World move on this thing. I actually go back to the Jetsons on it. But it is kid tested, kid approved, and that's what it's about. This is a program for children. It's not a program for adults to say that we've done something for kids. It's something that the kids are going to embrace. It's something that the kids are going to demand. The adults have to help them. The adults have to help, shepherd the kids to the right program. And we're going to make it easier for them to connect their children to a great out-of-school time program that sings to their needs, sings to their passions, sings to their dreams. So whether it's after school, during the course of the year, during the summertime, where we know kids lose so much ground over the course of the summer, these Sprockets out of school time programs are going to continue that learning process. They're going to continue to help prevent that learning loss that occurs throughout the summer months. And we know that that's critically important. So the kids don't spend the first 2 months of the school year in the fall trying to relearn the things that they were supposed to learn the year before. We know that the business leaders, the educators, all the experts agree. Kids need to develop essential social skills and emotional abilities as well as the academics in order to be able to be successful and really thrive in life. One of the things that we have launched is our one-stop shop for all of these programs so that parents and those that are working with their children can help access it. www.sprocketsstpaul.org. Is that one-stop shop. We're going to make it easy for parents to pick the right program for their children. We want it not only to be a program that is close to home, that's easy to access either because of transportation or other ways, or it's close to their daycare programs, but we also want to make sure that the parents can afford it. We want to make sure that there are no barriers to access to these programs, and they've got to be programs that are really important Tony Santa is here, and Tony's got an incredible program that for the kids that really are passionate about soccer, that have the ability potentially to get a scholarship to college. But he doesn't stop at teaching them how to kick a ball. He teaches how to kick the ball through the goalpost of life. And that's really incredibly important. So if there are kids that are, I saw some of these kids, I don't know if you saw their artwork there, but there are some budding artists here. So maybe those programs are really quality art programs that also can help us connect learning in the classroom to a passion outside the classroom. That's what's critical. It is not just a one-size-fits-all program. We know our kids are as different as all of us are, and we need to make sure that our programs respond to those differences. I want to thank so many people that have been a part of this. First of all of our second shift commissioners that have been spending so many hours. I remember an early meeting in this very room where we're kind of sitting around saying, now what is it that you want us to do? What is it that we're supposed to be working on? And you gave life to this new launch of the Sprockets. The Sprockets Leadership Group itself and all the nonprofit organizations and funders who are committed to out-of-school time learning for all of our children. Obviously, critical partnership in my great superintendent to my left, Valeria Silva, who's not only committed to making sure that every classroom in our school have the teachers, strong teachers, and strong learning, but she's also committed and understands the importance of out-of-school time learning. Mary Catherine Ricker, who I think is, Mary Catherine, are you? I was just with her an hour ago. She said she was on her way, but she's also, as head of the St. Paul Teachers Federation, but an incredibly important partner in this. Again, it's so nice to have teachers committed, superintendents, principals, all of these community leaders that are committed to what we're doing. None of these programs would be possible without that committed leadership, without that community support. St. Paul is committed to Sprockets, not just for the course of my administration, but for the rest of the future for all of our children. This can't be the latest rollout. This can't be just the latest iteration. This is based on a lot of learning, a lot of knowledge, and a lot of effort, time, and commitment to make sure that what we are doing is right for our kids today, right for our kids tomorrow, right for our kids well into the future. Thank you, thank you, thank you. As I always say, not because I'm the mayor of the city of St. Paul, but because I'm a son of the city of St. Paul. For a community that I'm passionate about, for a city that I'm passionate about, I am extremely excited for what we launch here today. Thank you so much. As I mentioned, this wouldn't be possible but for our great superintendent and her commitment to organize the changes in that school system, in her community, to make sure it aligns with what we are doing through the Sprockets program and all of our out-of-school time learning opportunities. So at this point, I'd like to turn it over to Valeria Silva.
Thank you for bringing all of us here. Thank you for giving me an opportunity to be with kids, because that's what superintendents don't always have a chance to do, believe it or not. And it makes, it puts a smile on my face and in my heart to know that the work that we're doing in partnership with the city, with all the partners here, is going to benefit our kids. And I tell you, when you look at why are we doing this, because it makes sense. Why would you, as a parent, have to be finding what you're going to do with your child after school? Learning doesn't stop the minute that they walk out of their classroom or out of the street. Actually, sometimes learning happens more out there than inside of our classrooms. Different kind of learning. So what we need to do is provide the opportunities for parents who are busy, who are parents of the 21st century. You cannot play the same games we play with our kids. They look at me and say, "What are you talking about, Mom?" I got a 20-year-old that looked at me and said, "That word doesn't exist anymore." So then they need to be with other peers. They need to have that social interaction. They need to have the opportunity to relate, to work, and be able to feel that they're accomplishing something different for what happens in the school. But also the connection between school and what happened after school. Because we know that if the classroom teacher can connect with the person that is working with the students after school, that means there's a relationship that continues. And if there's something that happened after school and it can get back to the school day, the kid come in the morning and we can address it, or the other way around. We got one of you, and I think Olivia is your name, isn't it? Yes, she is a great artist, I hear. And one of our principals had her artwork in her room, and I seen it. Since she knows she's good in art, why wouldn't we try to find a place for her to develop those set of skills that will enhance and make her even happier to come to school, isn't it? You like the arts? Yes, Olivia? Yes. So with all that, I will leave it to the most important part, which is our partners, because the reality is we will provide the avenues for advertising, to provide the support, the working together, but our partners, and many of you are sitting here, and there's one in my left side that should be in my right side because it's the right side that I need, and Bill Collins, who had been working with us, and I always have admired the work that you have done, because not only you have lead the community into what is the good place for the body and the soul, but also you have been a role model for many of us. So with that introduction, Bill, please come over.
Good. Yeah, it's still morning. Good morning, everybody. It's kind of hard to follow two such eloquent speakers, but I'll do my best. And I want to thank you, Superintendent Silva, for your kind words and your introduction. The YWCA is very, very excited about being a part of the Sprockets Initiative. I was one of the first commissioners of the Second Shift Commission when the mayor was talking about that earlier. So it's really exciting to see how things have grown and progressed through this process. So again, as we're talking about this, what we want to do today is talk about kind of first steps and where we're going. For Sprockets to be effective, it will take more than organizations throughout St. Paul to join the YWCA, St. Paul School District, and City of St. Paul in working towards coordinating this effort. So it's going to take a large body of folks, parents, nonprofit organizations, business, what have you, as the mayor mentioned earlier. Through this unprecedented community-wide collaboration, we will create a network of support for our youth and their families, unlike anything else seen in this country. The partnership will be crucial in building the many success stories we have seen through the course of the years. And with that, I just want to touch on something, on a story of an individual that's come through our program that has really benefited from the relationship with the schools, the government, what have you, and quality out-of-school time programming. We have a young man, I could give him the name of Jerry. Jerry came to us when he was 8 years old. He's been with the YWCA St. Paul's programs for 13 years now. He started out in our Youth Achievers program, which is our program for 8 to 14-year-olds, progressed to our Impact program, which is a program for 15 to 24-year-old youth and young adults. He was referred to us by the school teacher, school social worker, and the St. Paul Police Department because he was really trifling with some activities out in the community that weren't in his best interest. People in the community, the police department, others had seen a lot of good things in this young man. He had a ton of potential and what have you, but he needed some assistance in sort of redirecting some of his energies. So he got involved with the YWCA. His parents had challenges. Basically, his father was not at home, living at home, single mom, 4 siblings all together. So there was a lot of challenges like most of the young people we work with, a lot of the young people we work with today. When he first got involved, and for about the first 3 or 4 years, his goal was to turn 16 so he could quit school. That was his goal. Working with him and staff working with him sort of helped redirect those energies. To make a long story short, after he quit the program twice and was suspended once for 2 weeks, and staff never gave up on him or his family, he is now in his 3rd year of college in southern Minnesota. He's in a seminary school. After he graduates next year, he wants to work on his master's degree in theology. This from a young man who also, each time he quit the program or was disconnected from the program, was that close to joining a gang and going in the wrong direction. So again, not just us, but we worked with other agencies within the community to provide other support services for this young man to really work on a comprehensive approach and help him be successful, and it's worked out. We must continue to work together to close the achievement gap for our existing youth. Year-round quality out-of-school time programming is critical to our youth, our young adults, and their families. It may not seem like much, but even connecting a child with quality summer programming can make the difference of 3 months of productive activity versus 3 months of inactivity that could put them further behind when they start the school year the next year. We will continue to work with the schools and the city, the families, and others in the community to encourage our young people to stick with quality out-of-school time programming, work diligently with St. Paul Public Schools, the teacher, the education process, so that they're moving forward to prepare themselves for a successful life. And that's what this is all about. So with that, again, the YWCA is excited to do our part to continue to work with this project and to move it forward to the next level. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Billy, so much for your efforts. You know, one of the things that makes Billy such a great leader in our community is he's of our community. He knows the city even better than I do, which I don't give credit to many people that know this community better than I do. But Billy has been working so hard over the years to really make a difference in the lives of children. He told one story today. He could tell 1,000 stories times 1,000 stories times 1,000 stories on the kids that he has helped direct in the right direction in our community. We have a lot of community partners. I want to take a moment to point out our newest community partner with the McKnight Intermediary Group. Wookie Wea has joined us. She's a St. Paulite, so she promised all the money's coming over to the St. Paul side. And then we'll teach Minneapolis how to do it right. So no, it is about this, all of us as a community working together. So we're so glad that you were able to join us here today. These two, well, rather handsome gentlemen to my left here, well-dressed young men, are two fifth graders that live in the Dayton's Bluff and attend the elementary school. They live in Dayton's Bluff neighborhood. They participated in the rec center programs. They, I think, are great representatives of our community, and they are going to give us a little bit of essays. They're going to read for us a little bit, tell us about, well, they're just going to show us, if we believe in our children, what they're capable of doing. I'm going to turn it over to Jarrell Howard, and he is going to lead us off. Jarrell, go ahead.
Thank you all for being here. I really enjoy being in the after-school program because of all the additional support it offers students. It gives students academic support and it builds relationships. The after-school program helps you in the future and builds character. The after-school program encourages positive self-esteem and to strive to reach your hopes and dreams. The program has both an academic and enrichment part to it. It also keeps you off of the streets and provides the support you need to be successful in school and in life. This has made a positive impact on my life and gives me something constructive to do while having fun. Students have enrichment classes like art and computers. I was involved in art and it was a fun experience. The computer lab gets you ready for your next grade by working on interactive games that focus on skills you need improvement on. They are fun and easy to operate. There are many service learning projects in the program, such as Y-Start. Through Y-Start, I worked with mentors to raise homeless prevention awareness. We made t-shirts that said, "Help the homeless." We sold the t-shirts and gave all the money we made to the homeless shelter. I highly recommend the after-school program for students who may need more academic support while having fun. And now I would like to hand it off to my friend, William Javaris.
On behalf of my fellow peers and of my family members, thank you all for coming out. I think the after-school program and the summer programs can be a great setting for any student. I think they can help students both academically and socially. After school has helped my little sister become a better reader. Before my parents put her in the after-school program, she couldn't read that well. The staff helped that. She continues to read every day and is reaching higher reading levels every couple of months. These programs don't only help with academics. They also give kids a safe place to go when no one is around to watch them. The after-school program is a great place to be when parents can't be with them. They're able to do fun activities while in the after-school or the summer program. The summer program can help you remember what you've learned during the regular school year. The extra time in school keeps kids reading and doing math. Summer school for kids that are advancing into a new school, like me, will help me learn what to expect in 7th grade, meet my new teachers, and learn where everything is in the new building. In conclusion, after school is a great place to be. I advise all students to get involved in an after school or summer program. I'll see you guys there.
Do I have to say anything more after that? I think we've covered it. Folks, if kids fail, if they're not doing well, it's the adults that have to own that failure. If we give children an opportunity, they'll succeed. They'll fly, they'll soar. We just got to make sure that we do our job as adults to support these two gentlemen, their sisters, their brothers, their neighbors, and all the children across this community. When we do what we are supposed to do, our kids are going to do what they're supposed to do. So thank you for being a part of this. Thank you for helping us officially launch Sprockets. To parents, go on www.sprocketsstpaul.com and figure out what program you're going to put your kid in this summer, what program is going to sing to them, what program is going to help them retain their learning during the course of the year. I don't want children sitting around watching TV all summer. I want them engaged, I want them learning, and I want them taking advantage of all of us that have come together on their behalf. Thank you for being a part of this. We've got a lot of work to do. Let's go forward. Thank you.